Hey, it's Friday night, and welcome to the Fancast, episode 75. I'm your moron host, Brain Muffin, the lifting nerd, and maybe channel dad when I'm creating memes on Facebook. Joining me tonight, all the way from somewhere north of me, Rowdy Frank.
I am bringing back Leif's old nickname, #Cuckmuffin.
Because I'm Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider is Cuckmuffin, rated R.
Why is it always rated R? What about rated, NC-17?
Rated
There
R.
we go. I want an NC-17 Deadpool movie.
I would
Forget
watch
the
that.
PG-13 one. It depends on
Hello,
what
Appalachian American. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
Welcome.
And also, the man who's eating his microphone or wiping it down, I'm not sure which, Tap and Die.
I'm tired of Deadpool. Don't talk about Deadpool.
Coincidentally, I'm wearing a Deadpool shirt right now.
Watching America, what's up? So, yeah, I think we lost. I don't know. We were at 90 subscribers. I don't know if we lost or gained. I don't know.
We're at 98 now. No, not 99. 80. No, 89. That's what it is.
They're still at 89.
No, it said 90 when I looked at it.
Oh, we went up again? Awesome.
All right. Yeah, the week right before Horror Hound, I was bleeding subscribers on my channel, and that was the glitch that YouTube talked about. That was unsubscribing people from and I guess I'm part of the fandom minutes a little bit. I mean, I did upload the one of the very early Force Awakens sucks videos. And then it reversed, and by like Tuesday or Wednesday of this past week, I was up past where I was before I started bleeding. So hey, that's good.
Aliens.
One of these days I'll get to 1,000 again. I don't understand, but hey, and it's crazy. I think I'll make a video and it'll do well, and think I'll make more of these, and then no one watches them, and then I make a video that's like, I think this is a piece of crap, but I'll make it anyway, and then people watch it, and I'm like, gee whiz. So yep. I did make a because that I was mentioned in last week's show. I'm trying to make it ready for Celebration, but I don't think I'm going to make it. So Sunday I did I don't know if I had a share list or not. Let me call it up. So I made a beer for WCBS, 100,000 subscribers. Deep brown ale. I got the right yeast this time. Had to change it a little bit because of the hops that are available, and I recorded it. And I'm going to have to put this all together, but my God, I was so tired at the end of it. It was unbelievable.
And what do we call it? You going to call it?
Call what?
The beer.
I just said WCBS.
I'm asking you. It's just called WCBS? Nothing fancy? Like Bullshitter Supreme or something?
Deep brown ale.
That's it? That's
what?
No, give it a cool name.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Deep brown. Yeah. That's what I said. Call it Bullshitter Supreme.
And then I kept having camera problems.
Call it Welcome to Browntown.
There you go.
There.
I'm gonna say you gotta give a ridiculous name, but I'm gonna call it Deep Brown Ale.
So there's okay. So here's all the stuff I've got. I've got me doing stuff and the dog's helping.
Do some squats in there.
See, look, there's Toby. He's like, what's in there, Dad? What's in there?
Your name is Toby.
I'm going backwards here, so the grains are going up. But anyway, I got all this to put together as something, and we'll see. And then I had to finally get some stuff out, and then here's the end of it. Blah blah blah. I'm very tired. This was like 9 hours of
nice dong lover shirt.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take that to Chicago. I don't know if I'm gonna have the balls to wear it.
Why not? Why wouldn't you? It's just a shirt. What do you think someone's going to come up to you and say, "Oh, that's offensive"?
Someone might. My daughter's friend from high school, she came to visit while I was just about ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, and he's in the Marines and they live in Hawaii. Mm-hmm. And he was looking at my shirt like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it's Don Glover." He hasn't seen Solo. But he was like, "Oh, okay." Don Glover. So, but anyway, so I have some Citra hops on to put in secondary, but it's going pretty nicely. I might rack it the secondary this weekend, but trying to make it available by the 10th is really going to be pushing it because it is a Belgian yeast and it does need to age a little bit. So we'll see. If I get full fermentation, we should be around 9.5%. So that's good.
Yay!
I did improve my what do they call it? Efficiency on my mashing to 72%. So I still got a ways to go, but it's better than the like 58 I was getting. So anyway, that's a side note. But so I have no clue when that video is going to be up, and hopefully I get at least 100 views. It makes it worth my while. So you guys want to talk about some posters that came out this week?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, Les. I'm so happy about this.
I just can't handle it, man. The suspense is killing me.
Well, which one you want to talk about first?
Star Wars.
Let's talk about our favorite thing, Star Wars.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys told me I have to show this.
Yeah.
Come on. God bless. Share. Present to everyone.
Sure. There we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Kalen the Alien, Rusty Shackelford, and
David
The
Applegate.
Appalachian American.
I thought I saw him. Hey, everybody. Hopefully I was showing all that beer stuff. Welcome to World Class Beer Shitters. There you go. Hey, I don't know. You guys remember, it's not long after I met Loudy, he actually asked Jeff what about World Class Brew Shitters? And they were going to talk about alcohol and stuff, but they never did. And Jeff said, "Oh, we talk about alcohol? Okay."
Skull Man Jeremy. Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Who?
Welcome, everybody. Grim Falcon,
Jeremy?
Skullman Jeremy. That's
cool.
the Jeremy who dips between the cheek and gum. Right?
I do not dip.
That's the way it goes. Are you Skullman Jeremy? All right, so here's
let's get on this poster.
Yeah, the Star Wars
Yes,
poster.
this
not a leaked
masterpiece of
poster.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Masterpiece. I don't know what this is. We have this is why I think this is just a joke, because you have C-3PO
With the bow,
with the
caster.
bowcaster. Not sure who this is. This might be. I did see. There is. I think. Is it this one? Yeah. So this is. What's her name? Zori.
Some chick.
Carrie Russell's character. So that
Who's
is
Carrie Russell?
Who cares?
An actress like in her 40s or something, has curly-ish hair. So we have Kylo Ren holding his lightsaber to
Backwards.
off.
Trying to be cool. He's trying to be cool. Look at this guy.
Trying to cut the side of his hand off.
What
Right.
might be Anakin's lightsaber held by Ren incorrectly, or no surprise. We have what might be the Knights of Ren. Okay, and I know I'm skipping around. Let's go to the top. So we have an X-Wing.
What is that? An X-Wing? Yeah.
Orange X-Wing that apparently has been talked about and people are talking about. Can I make it bigger? That's what she said.
Yes. Sure.
Is that
Anyway,
easy?
so back to the poster.
All right. So we have this new thing. I don't know if it's easier to see. And we have a Y-Wing.
It's an A-Wing. What do you mean new thing? It's an A-Wing.
Is it an A-Wing?
That's what it is.
Okay.
And then so I guess the Resistance, Resistance, remember they had Y-Wings. So now there we got a Y-Wing in there.
Well, the Rebels had Y-Wings.
Why?
Well, no, they're not the Rebels. They're the Resistance, remember?
I know.
Air quotes. You can't see them, but I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah,
And
so
then, of
why-
course... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just. Why is there a clump of white stormtroopers and
At
then
the-
a whole row of red tinted stormtroopers? Are they like the new battalion? They're more badass because they're red.
Yes. The article
Because
says
that'd be
that
stupid.
these are red stormtroopers that now report directly to Kylo Ren.
Uh-huh.
I guess in
That's-
what they used to report to... I mean, they're kind of... Are they supposed to be like...
I don't
Are
know.
they hold on. I'm trying to finish the thought. I said, were they supposed to? I guess they're supposed to be like, you know how Snoke had his red guards or whatever, with that like his personal little army unit or whatever, special forces unit. But now they're under Kuklo.
His throne room bitches.
Yep.
Yeah, but why the fuck is 3PO geared up like Chewbacca?
Because
He's
you
got
know
the
what?
bandolier,
Because
he's got the bowcaster.
Cecil's been secretly working on Star Wars this whole time. That's why I'm
Okay.
calling it right now.
That's the only
Well-
theory that makes sense.
Right?
You know, his head was put on one of the battle droids in the prequels, so maybe he has
Yeah,
a
but
flashback.
that was a dumb joke.
I know.
Right? Might as well have been like 2,000 years ago at this point.
George couldn't think of a way to have Jar Jar step in shit again, so he did that instead.
Hey, that was like the greatest Star Wars scene of all time.
Oh yeah, stepping in the shit.
Yeah, it speaks to everyone because we all, every once in a while, we all step in shit at some point in our lives.
Yeah, and we all go, icky poodoo.
Yeah.
And then the fucking Muppet behind Finn there. What the hell is that?
I don't know. But that looks like something from a whole nother. I think
like
I've seen something like that in some other sci-fi movie.
Yeah, like out of Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I think.
Well, you know.
Oh, okay, that's what they were talking about. Someone said it was Sturm Scissor Punch's brother or something.
Yeah, everything about the. I mean, I sincerely hope this is a fan fake out because it's so bad. Everything about this is so bad.
Right.
Why the hell would Kylo ever hold his lightsaber like that? It's just asking for trouble.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's one of the theories that this is or a prototype, because it does have some of the new stuff, but these can be, these can have been added for images from around the internet. So you have BB-8 doing something. I can't quite zoom. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's like a smaller droid behind him, or is it got some kind of arm sticking out or something.
And then you have this triangle winged TIE fighter here. So, and
what the fuck?
Right.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I just barely noticed that the triangle. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to cram as much shit in here as possible. Like, look at all the new stuff we have. You gotta come see it. By the way, book your tickets for the park.
Right.
And you know what I've noticed too? Like they have Rey. She's all white, and I wonder if they're trying to, put up imagery like of Princess Leia. But I'm looking at it too. Is she basically wearing the same clothes but just different colors?
Yeah,
kinda. It's what they've been doing all along. They've been trying to add as much nostalgic flavor as possible to suck you in. It's like, oh, now she's all in white like Luke was. Remember Luke was when he was in white and he was young and good? Yeah, remember that? Come and buy the movie, remember?
Member berries. They're trying more member berries. Remember this?
That's why they gave her his original lightsabers, because they were trying to, tack on as much nostalgia bait as possible.
That is a story for another time, and this is another time.
Yeah, we're never going to get that story. We're never going to hear how the New Republic failed and Snoke rose to power within much less than 30 years.
But that's what the books are for.
I shouldn't have to read a fucking book
right
for the movie to make any goddamn sense.
That's what I guess we'll get what's her name, Butthole Eyes is going to tell us that story someday on the next Christmas special.
Butthole Eyes.
What's her name? Maz Kanata.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Orange Yoda.
Orange Yoda. Yeah.
And Yoda was 1,000 years old. Maz Kanata is 10,000 years old, so she's better.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
fuck you, Disney.
In the original movie, the way Palpatine rose to power, the Emperor, we got a little bit of dialogue that kind of gave us enough of a backstory to understand, the Emperor rose to power.
We're never going to get this story.
Mm-hmm.
And here we get a wave off. See, now my take of these guys is this is just glowing from his lightsaber, but apparently because it's like
because of
what? No, because of what?
No, I don't know, because the lightsaber, that's kind of dumb, because the way it is, you see the black outline, and I don't know, it's stupid.
Yeah.
And they look like clone troopers, though.
Them. There is a...
No, they don't look like clone troopers.
No, the middle one, the middle one looks kind of like... I'm not saying it is a clone trooper, I'm just saying, because like you're saying about the whole nostalgia thing, that middle one looks like he's trying to be a clone trooper, because then you look off to the left, that's when it looks like the new stormtrooper. I don't know, it looks that way. I fucking hate those. Like, I just can't stand looking at the new Stormtroopers.
It's just different enough, but still reminiscent. It's like more nostalgia shit.
They couldn't give him black armor. I guess they don't like black people.
No, but that's Jar Jar doesn't have any new ideas. He just rips off old other ideas of other people.
Yeah.
He's So anyway, that's the poster. The in the article, this article in particular, this is the one I put in my video. I put actually a couple of them. So we have Kerry Russell's character, There's one with Chewbacca, and then this is the other new character, Janna.
Why are there a bow and arrow person?
Right, and so we have the bow through the middle because that's better. I guess that's an expensive tip
because it's so much cool.
It's a space bow. It's a SPO.
It's a SPO.
SPO
and
Sparrow.
So yeah, this is linked. This is what this is linked to. So
we have to have an archer because The Walking Dead's popular.
Right.
No, wait a minute. They have ducks on the pond. They're gonna put some kind of porgish duck.
Space ducks. Spucks.
But the Spucks.
Holy Spucks, Batman.
Mucka Spud.
Anyway, I think right there's Finn the Useless. Now, did he have?
There's not Leia
before. Are they trying to make him look more like Han Solo?
Han Solo. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably like raided Han's closet in the Millennium.
Right. So I'm taking this bitch's clothes right now. I'm taking
so this is.
Can you blow it up at all? I want to get a better shot of the lightsaber she's holding.
I don't think so.
Because on the main show they discussed a theory that there's an intro scene of her making a new lightsaber from parts of other ones, including the lightsaber from one of the characters in the Star Wars Rebels cartoon.
Yeah. Well,
there's talk they're gonna.
And she still has the same fucking hairdo. If I'm looking at that right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, there's been all kinds of rumors of what this is going to jump a year after The Last Jedi, 10 years after The Last Jedi. So it is a slightly different outfit, but it's reminiscent of her original stuff. So I don't know. I actually did a video a while back on. There was a guy from the Rebels. I forget his name, but she was going to find that as a power source to power the lightsaber. So she'll probably just stumble across it and go, "Oh, this is what I need." Click, and then the next thing, "Oh, I need that," and click, and then we're going to see her put it together.
Yeah, because she instantly knows how to do that.
She'll force pull the last 5.
She's going to bypass something.
Oh, then there's Lando,
dressed like he is on Solo.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's what they pointed out. He looks just like he did from the Solo movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was laughing at the Black Series figures at Walmart earlier. Like the Star Wars section is less than a foot wide now. That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, it's, and the only thing it really sells are the old stuff if they're made well.
Mm-hmm.
And
let's see how many days this takes after, though.
Yeah,
I was telling pre-wife how they made Lando pansexual now, and he had his robot girlfriend, and she was just like, "What?" You see why I'm marrying her? She gets it.
Yeah. Well, and one of the other articles I covered, they're talking about Hasbro, and I'm like, Hasbro still making toys for this complete debacle of stupidity?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like probably contractually obligated.
Yeah. They'll just wait till the contract ends and say, "Hey, you can have it back now. We don't want it."
Right. If they're still around.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make more Beyblades or something.
Right. They haven't gone out of business.
Poor bastards.
It's depressing.
Ain't it? Like I watched that documentary on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us, and I was watching that Star Wars episode 1. And I'm just like, man, this is kind of sad because we all know how it's going to end.
Right. Right. Now we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, anything else about this?
Let's see. Can you make a little more? Show the whole thing again?
Yes.
Let's see. I'm taking a look. Because she looks like at any moment she moves it wrong, she's going to almost cut her arm off.
Yeah, well, they're both holding.
She looks like she's been taking acting lessons from Brie Larson.
Someone needs to Photoshop Plank on there. That Plank, the one that the Appalachian American took.
Yeah. Well, we did put that on that episode.
Yeah.
Yes, I am proud of that.
Yep.
One of our finest moments.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's totally got her Brie face on, and it's not attractive.
I wonder I bet that's her O face too.
Good.
She just lays there and takes it.
Are you done? Okay, get out.
I'm done.
Not you.
Please, never again.
Right.
Tune in next week, folks. We're done. Good night.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to take another year off to try to get that image out of my head.
Okay. Now let's get on to something positive. The next poster.
All right, so I'm going to close that window. Next poster, Avengers Endgame from China. We have
China.
Yeah, you can tell with the Chinese letters. Or is that Japanese?
No, it's from
China. I don't fucking know.
The dead rise. The dead don't rise. They're dead. They're in, this. They're
in another universe.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to bring them back. They have to rise back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have all of those that are alive. Yeah. I want him to do more in the next one. He really didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, he fucking left. He's like, oh, hell with this shit. He bounced.
He had to stay behind and guard the mansion.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But now it doesn't matter anymore, so he's going to go out there and make himself useful.
Hopefully.
I hope so. Because I wonder what Rocket Raccoon's doing. I wonder if he's like trying to build a spaceship or something.
He's trying to get Rusty's or not Rusty.
Rusty Cundy.
Bucky's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is Bucky's really going to die, and Cap loses his lover, so that's why he ends up sacrificing himself at the end of it.
I've seen a screenshot of Rocket hanging out with War Machine, so I guess that's going to happen at least once in the movie.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Instead of just seeing the image, hopefully something happens that, I'm just wondering, because I don't know, like, of all the characters, I'm kind of curious what Rocket Raccoon's doing, because, he's basically on a planet he's never been on, know, how he's going to interact.
And he's the only surviving member of the Guardians, so...
Right.
Now he really is the captain.
Yep.
Sweet, Rabbit. You are apparently the captain.
Yeah, there's...
Yes, we have to address the fan theory that Ant-Man's going to kill Thanos by crawling up his ass.
Butthole? No, because I saw the video of Josh Brolin. He's just going to shit him back out.
Yeah. Thanos will just clench really hard and crush him.
Right. He'll use the reality stone. You have to close in the walls quicker before he has a chance.
Yeah.
Or open up a pocket. No, he'll use the time of the space zone to open up a dimension. So as soon as he tries to jump in, he just pops up somewhere else. He appears somewhere else. And there you go. Problem solved. The butthole's covered. And he's protected now. The butthole will be protected.
That's disturbing.
The fucking internet, man.
This is like a freaking Mallrats level debate.
Right.
Can you kill Thanos by exploding his ass?
So who did you say this is?
Who?
Right here.
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Sure who that might be. We can't get any bigger, can we?
Hold on. I've opened another browser so I can watch the chat without...
I'm pretty sure Drax is there, but I really can't see him.
Drax is over next to Groot on the far right.
Okay, there he is, yeah.
Can...
So I don't think... The fuck? Who is that?
Well, that's better. Okay, so from the right, Groot,
was there
Drax, Doctor Strange.
Someone else from Wakanda?
You don't think it's Spider-Man? Because I don't see Spider-Man.
That might be Falcon, Spider-Man, Gamora, Nick Fury, Scarlet Witch, Star Idiot Lord, Mantis.
That's Black Panther.
That's Black Panther.
That's Black Panther?
Yeah,
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can see. That's Bucky, Vision. So who else disappeared?
Got to be Spider-Man.
It's not Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man's over next to...
over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I see it.
So in the chat, who do you think it is?
I don't remember who else died.
Well, I mean, a bunch of people died, but as far as a character,
who are the main characters that died?
What about?
Looks like they got kind of a tall head, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not
hair.
Do you think? You know what? It's the sister, Black Panther's sister.
Well, we didn't see her disappear. It might be her.
Betsy Ross.
Yeah, right. It's strange how they want to be so female-centric, but they've written out all the female love interests except Pepper Potts, who nobody really likes.
Well, we don't know. They didn't show Pepper either way.
Well, we know she's coming back because they've shown her wearing her rescue armor.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's right.
It's probably the sister then. The Black Panther sister.
Must be, yeah.
Yep, because they got to get all the females, as much as females as they can get.
Yeah, because in the profile you can see the boob there.
Yeah.
See the what?
The boob.
Oh, the boob.
I thought he said boot. I'm like, what?
I thought he said boot too. Like, what?
Can't see that far. Oh, boob.
Boob.
Yeah. Appalachian American says the actress was for sure. He said she got snapped. So yeah, that must be her.
Yep.
So all right, we've nailed that down.
Misery solved.
Yeah.
Now we can all sleep tonight.
Yeah, right.
Well, I was
they friggin' brought back Valkyrie.
Yep.
One of the Valkyries.
Huh?
He was talking about Valkyrie.
Oh yeah. Here.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
Valkyrie.
Party boob.
And then we got friggin' Michonne from Walking Dead. I guess they're gonna make her the new female Black Panther because, of course.
What? What are you talking about?
He's talking about Michonne.
You know, over on the far left there, the girl with the spear. That's Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Oh.
The chief, his general.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make her the new Black Panther, apparently.
What?
Why? I mean, how? So they're going to kill off T'Challa and he just became king?
He's gone. He got snapped. So
you mean as of right now? She's taking over. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's going to take over the unobtainium and be Black Panther.
She's going to make a junta. That bitch. That's what's going to happen. And then, like, what's left of Wakanda is going to take over Africa.
Yeah, does Hulk come back, or is it just Banner hanging out?
It's probably just Banner. Couldn't get that shit up. Someone needs to get on Viagra.
Yeah.
From the gas station.
David Applegate. Yeah, the only Valkyrie left, a Black Viking. Cultural appropriation. Yeah. Well, isn't Hemsworth? Isn't he from like Australia or something?
Yep.
And he definitely
he's British. You mean the actor? Yeah.
Yeah, and he's definitely holding the axe.
And apparently he's the only Black actor because everybody wants him to be something.
What?
Just like
Idris Elba.
He's a white Idris Elba. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm talking about when you mentioned Heimdall. I was like, thinking about Idris Elba. Apparently everybody wants him to be in everything now.
Yeah, that bothered me at first. Like, why are there Black and Asian people in Asgard? This is based on Norse mythology. There weren't a lot of Black and Asian dudes around, like friggin' Scandinavia back in those days.
Scandinavia. Man, plot.
There was no fucking plot to him being Black. They just wanted a Black dude.
So we gotta have a token Black guy. And our token Asian. Now they need a token Indian guy next.
Yeah. But they didn't make anything of it. He just was. Right? It wasn't like...
Yeah, he was just there. But it's like, why is he just there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care about having Black people in the movie, but don't put Black people in a historically, culturally referential place
where
there were no Black people.
Where were the white people in Black Panther? Oh, yeah, they were the bad guys. I forgot.
The colonizers.
Yeah, the two token white guys.
Although that was funny having Gollum and Bilbo in the same scene. I mean,
the Tolkien white guys.
The Tolkien white guys, yeah.
Yeah.
See, there you go. There you go. Kalen the alien. Is that Kalen Webb in disguise? One of Thor's best friends is an Asian in the comics.
Kalen Webb? Is he still alive?
I don't know. It's Kalen the alien is in the chat.
I thought he died in a fire.
I don't know.
It could be, if that's you, Kalen Webb. I thought you died in a fire.
He doesn't comment on my videos anymore. I feel very sad.
Oh, Kalen Webb.
And neither does the man from Carcosa.
I'm sad. Tears from my heart. I'm playing the world's smallest violin.
Who fucking cares?
Nobody.
Anyway, so this trailer, well, I could say this poster is better than the Star Wars one, which was not leaked. It was did on purpose.
So you really think that's a real poster?
Do I think that's a real poster?
The Star Wars one.
I believe that more than the Star Wars one.
Well, I believe this is a real poster, but the Star Wars one, you think it's
I'm thinking it was just something they put out just to be like, get people to talking and shit. You know, just something for the masses.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter in the end. I'm not going to watch it till it comes on Netflix or something because I ain't spending money on it.
I'm openly admitting I'm going to download that shit and hate watch it for free. I've already downloaded Captain Marvel. I'm going to hate watch that eventually. I just haven't brought myself to it yet.
Now, Captain Marvel is actually a cinematic miracle. It is a work of incredible. I mean, it's done something no movie has ever done ever, and that is brought in hundreds of millions of dollars with empty theaters.
Ooh. I heard of that happening before.
Yeah,
I tried bringing that up over on what was it, Cinema Web.
Mm-hmm.
I was following that page on Facebook for movie news, and I got lambasted by all the fucking shills and apologists attacking me for, laying out the same old boring shit. You're a hater. You're a man, baby. You're this. You're that. I'm like, dude, fucking this shit's happening. Open your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I just fucking left it because it wasn't worth fighting. Was
it Tuesday? Because I listened to part of last night's show, but not much. I had other stuff to do. But was it Tuesday? Maybe it was last week. I think Jeff brought up a point that someone had told him that, or read somewhere that there was a theater worker who was saying that for every showing in all the theaters all weekend, all like the second
there was
weekend,
like 12 or 15.
It was like 20, like 25
yep.
no shows.
Yep.
Every show. I mean, it's like exactly 25. It's like that's that. Now, granted, it's probably not a direct path back to Disney, but I bet you they gave multiple marketing firms bought tickets just to get but apparently in overseas it did better, but they weren't doing that nonsense. I mean, I don't know what the box office mojo is on that. So I guess I can stop.
No time at the present.
Don't you just feel bad for Marvel?
No,
you don't. I mean,
they didn't have to sell themselves out to Disney.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Well, I meant just how this whole ride, and then as soon as it hits that mark, showing Endgame and all that, and it goes downhill even before the show's about to, because the show's right about to end, and then it goes downhill just before the end, the last movie, really, Endgame. Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, this is the scenario where if I had the fucking DeLorean, I would go back and warn these people: do not sell yourselves to Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Do not give them this power over you.
Yep.
Go back to the freaking 1978. George, look, don't ever sell this shit to Disney.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
so last weekend, 22nd to 28th of March, it was it was number 2. It went down to, so it dropped 54% week 1 to week 2, weekend 1 to weekend 2, and then another 47% to weekend 3. Yeah, I remember running some of these numbers earlier in the week, and I looked at the weekend totals and the total gross. This is on domestically, it's like supposed to be 333 million, and the non-weekend total was there was a difference of $65 million. So part of this is we're supposed to believe that Monday through Thursday for 3 weeks they pulled in $65 million with no holidays during the week.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm like, I think that's beyond shenanigans. Disney's going to get some of that money back. Oh yeah, this is, and I know they're going to say I'm some Alex Jones conspiracy theory loving SOB, but it beat. I mean, when you look at some of the stuff, like even on Box Office Mojo, they were showing they were comparing the first 21 days, $333 million for Captain Marvel domestically. Okay, against one of the
didn't
other
open against anything.
Well, no, but they have it against the Hunger Games was only 315 million in the first 21 days, and that was based on a very popular young adult novel series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Captain Marvel's comic, they can't give the damn thing away. Okay. And multiple time reboots in the last several years, that there's got to be something going on there. There's just no way that I believe that is not, monkeyed with somehow.
Monkey spud.
It's just like, well, and then the 84-day total for Aquaman is 334 million.
Mm-hmm.
4 times as domestic, 4 times as long, and it's $1 million, actually $800,000 more. And that was and people were raving about that movie, whereas people were, Captain Marvel, and then with them and the number of no shows, Black Panther, people were saying how the theaters were full, right? They weren't saying, oh, there's empty theaters, no one's here for Black Panther, and yet it made $1 billion.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say that.
Yeah.
So
it's funny we're not really on the subject of Rotten Tomatoes in general, but I'll come back to that later. But this is not a new thing. The rating meddling.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll come back to that. Well, that ties into my retrospective segment later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
So we're done with the poster?
I hope so.
Yeah. What's next?
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about Gal Gadot's physique.
Does she do enough squats late?
Let me do a 2015 image search. I did enough front squats this morning. My knee started to bother me. I had to stop. I may have to just do regular squats and not do front squats at all. No, she doesn't.
Okay. I'm glad you shared that with me.
Yeah, that's right.
You asked.
I didn't ask.
Frank,
wait, did I?
Yes, you said, does she do enough squats late?
Oh,
no, she doesn't.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't ask what you be doing. I didn't ask you about your front squats or your back squats or your side squats.
There's no side.
Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Anyway. Moving on to our next topic.
Yeah,
I thought it might be interesting to do kind of a not flashback episode, but a throwback episode. Because ever since I finally got caught up on the main show, I thought, I'm going to go back and listen to the old episodes of this show.
Oh, boy.
And see if there were any gems that came up in the past that we've kind of forgotten about. Might be fun to bring back up. Such as Cuck Muffin.
Wait a minute.
Which we promised would not
Muffin.
go away anytime soon.
Yeah. Thank you, Kendo.
That's a good one.
So, yeah, going back to the early episodes, it's amazing how far the show has come and how polished it really has become in spite of our poor subscriber count. Like, I apparently came in, I was only on episodes 4 through 10 before I was forced to leave my old home and live at my dad's place for a year where there's no internet and no phone signal. And my computer was broken. So I'm finally getting caught up on all the episodes that I missed, as well as, reacquainting with the old stuff.
Right.
So let's see. Apparently, I did my first Rob Schneider thing back in episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a little brief thing I did as an intro. And I thought that was like, oh, I've done this before. Interesting. I forgot about that. See, all in caps, hashtag Cuckmuffin. Ellen, even back then, LMP going on about his weeb stuff and his constant rambling.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to answer a couple questions. Yes, I still do beer reviews. And Caitlin, the alien, is wanting to know if we recommend Manos the Hands of Fate. Would recommend Manos the
every day.
Yeah.
I'm drunk as a fucking skunk when you do it.
Yeah.
Because I was glad I was drunk that day I watched it.
Yeah. We watched, we've done watch party.
Score, man, Jeremy.
But nothing beats Turkish Star Wars so far.
No, that's
as much as I enjoyed Killer Tomatoes, I still love Turkish Star Wars.
Yeah, that was special.
Yes. And then
Jeremy, we're not poorly ripping off at WCBS. We are expertly ripping off WCBS
because we're the fan cast.
Yeah. That's how this show got started.
Yeah, we keep the old traditions alive. We talk about shit the main show is forgotten about, right? Because they're too cool for it now.
Well, you went back and listened. Did you take any notes on the Monster Smackdown that we were going to do?
I didn't take any notes on that because I knew nothing ever came of it because I left. That was my last episode.
Right.
And then Kendo left the week later.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is I think we ought to, dig that up, get that list out, and maybe resurrect that. I mean, actually do it.
That was back in episode 10 when we hashed out the main list.
Right. Okay.
So we could go back and, write that down and see if we can round up Kendo, which doubtful, but possibly.
Nah, we'll just do it ourselves.
And maybe we can get Loudy or something, but but yeah, that'd be fun to finally go ahead and do that. Although it's supposed to be done like WrestleMania style format, and that's not really my forte.
Yeah, mine neither. We'll just make up something because that was there was a movie coming out, and then that whole the shared monster universe it got put on hold or something.
Yeah, on hold
with Tom Cruise.
They got tossed in the trash is what happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Like a used condom.
Like a ripped condom.
Oh shit! That fucking fail. Talk about a fail on the word go.
I could tell from the commercials that wasn't going to fly. This looks so bad.
Like they could have done it better when the Mummy movies were coming out. The ones with Brendan Fraser.
Well, that and it was coming out at the same time that DC was trying to kickstart their extended universe. I'm like, this again. So from the start, I was negative about the whole another fucking extended universe thing. It's like we already have this working in Marvel. DC's fucking it up. There was even hints back then of the Godzilla MonsterVerse, and now there's going to be the Universal MonsterVerse too. It's like, give it a fucking rest.
No,
so let's
they're
see.
not.
Around that time, we appeared on episode 83 of the main show, the fan appreciation episode,
right?
Which ran for just shy of 4 hours.
Yeah,
you were on that one.
Yes.
I don't remember.
That was back in the old days when I was using my $16 Walmart headset, so I sounded like I was talking into a Pringles can in the bathroom.
The one with Lime Green Hulk on it?
I think so. Yeah. Yep.
Because I remember him being on
was there. Kendo was there, obviously. I think Lime Green Hulk was there. Okay.
I don't remember you being on there. Huh. I remember Brian being there, and I'm like, oh, so that's what he sounds like. He sounds like an old man.
Because I had to leave. Because I had to leave early, and then I found out later that I missed this really amazing after show that I could have called back into and taken part in, but that's where I had it signed off saying, "Look for me in 4 years when I change my name, run for president, and change my name to Philip Union Heifer Giver Bomb." And Jeff just started cracking up.
Yeah. What was it? Episode 6 we had him on, or 5?
5. It was 6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Oggs on a few episodes?
That was a great episode.
Yeah.
Which episodes do you remember?
Oggs was around for. Let's see here.
Eddie the fanboy critic. Yeah, Eddie the scanning critic.
Oh, fucking Eddie at episode 9. That's my thing there. Eddie's list. His fucking top, his 5-star bullshit,
right? And
his completely arbitrary rating system that has no fucking meaning.
I like the popcorn in this theater. I gave it a 5.
Yeah.
What?
Oh. Yeah. No, what's even worse than that is when he freaking showed up on, where is it?
Where?
Yeah, you told him to take.
The first time Cocteau showed up on the show, he still had his camera on, and he had a fucking episode 7 poster on his wall. Yeah, the Star Wars episode. Yeah, like, you little bastard.
It probably would have worked if it was a joke. His whole rating system. If it was a joke, then it probably would have worked.
It's because he follows that bullshit reviewing like book.
Yeah, you told
It's nothing but bad advice.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking kid. And he still pops up on the Facebook page every once in a while.
Oh yeah, every once in a while he posts like once a day, or I see it almost every day in the Facebook page.
I only see it like once in a while. It'll show up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm led to wonder if he's on the spectrum somewhere, because seriously, that kid is Spurg Lord.
He tries to be controversial too, but hey.
Yeah. I went to school with guys like that. They didn't do so well. So let's see. Episode 10, our first thumbs down.
Oh, yeah, that was right. I forgot we had streak. I think that was Kendo. I still think it was Kendo.
Probably was.
Possibly.
Because we didn't have any. Then we got one.
No, we've only had a couple of thumbs down throughout these, at least as far as the first 30 episodes.
Yeah.
So we've done pretty well. I guess it helps to fall so far under the radar.
No one can find you. If people find you, they're really dedicated.
Yeah. So that was also my last episode, the first thumbs down.
So
we all were to the WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Episode 11, that's where Kendo officially left the show. And he made all these promises about not forgetting about us and coming back whenever he could. And we saw how that worked out.
Well, he came back every once in a while.
Yeah, he came back a few times, but it just kind of gradually stopped coming back at all. Yeah. These days, he kind of likes to pretend we don't exist.
Yeah. I'm just hanging on until I get big one day, and I'm gone out of this place.
Good about us too, right?
As soon as I get discovered, you fuckers are out of here.
Yeah. Wait till I get my channel. What do they call that? Oh, fuck it.
What, certified or some shit?
No, yeah, well, yeah. I don't know how to. I didn't know.
Oh wait, that's Twitter.
Yeah. Last time I checked on Twitter, they actually had suspended it because for a while. I need to look back into that, getting certified. No, getting your channel monetized.
Mm-hmm. Someday
I want to be monetized for a third time on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be awesome. Probably no one else has done that. Been demonetized twice. I'm back.
Damn.
For the third time.
Yeah.
I would like to get demonetized at least once.
I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, but I didn't get demonetized.
First for everything.
Controversial.
No, if we ever do get monetized, can we put a picture of a cherry? We got our cherry popped or something like that. Like, that's how you know when we finally got monetized, and then we got another one for once we get demonetized.
Yeah.
Like of a celebration.
What happened to Phil? Phil got eaten by his foot.
Phil what? Phil got eaten by his foot. He's gonna be Metal Foot Pro.
Apparently, Phil was just too lazy to keep showing up on either of the shows.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really hear much about him anymore.
No. Every once in a while,
he and Jeff.
Yeah. Well, they're still friends. I don't think Phil went with him to. I think Dan went with him to WrestleMania this year. Because that's where they are now, right? Isn't it now this weekend or something? Or is it next weekend?
I believe so. I want to say yes.
So, but
I can't remember. But real quick, I'll tell you what's funny is that I remember what episode was it? I forgot. They said, "Oh, we're not going to mention anyone from the old show ever again." Right. And they do, and I'm just laughing my ass off every time they mention like Loudy or Cuckin or somebody. I'm just like, y'all said you weren't going to do it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think Kendo said we have to take a shot every time someone mentions it, and then it was like, I think that episode they didn't, and then several other episodes like, okay. Yeah. Well, Jeff did a live stream with Phil and Dan on
Black
Friday. Yeah, and I and what was so dumb is like I had the idea to go and crash it way too late. It's like, why am I sitting here watching this? I know exactly where they are.
Right.
You know, I should hop in the shower and run over it. By the time I got that idea, they were like 5 minutes from being done. I was like, oh, you know, got to think out of the box if you're gonna, you know, get your channel to go.
Yeah.
So Kendo's in the chat now. All right. Yeah,
Hey,
Dan didn't speak
Kendo.
much. See, that was part of the problem when Kendo and Jeff left Ring Rust, and I mentioned this before. Loudy has to work off of people, and Dan and Phil. Well, Dan doesn't really have much to say, and Phil, you can't hear him.
Emotionally gutted.
Right. See, Dan is like he was like, you know, he was Silent Bob, right? When he spoke, it was something like that. Emotionally gutted.
Yeah, like once he says something good,
something really insightful.
Yeah.
So
only spoke when he had to.
Sometimes not even then.
Yep.
I tell you, when I met him all down in Atlanta, it was easier to forget he was in the van, the way back part. You know, to say nothing. It was pretty much Phil and Nick talking and seeing who was going to kill who first.
Right.
Wow. And see,
I
didn't know that they had never met till that weekend. I was like, oh, and I found out later. I was like, oh, wow, that was just so weird.
Wait, they never met before until then? Like in person? Wow. Didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they hate each other.
Well,
what's more, like Nick hates him.
Phil's an acquired taste.
Well, I guess so. When you go around yelling cunt to everybody in a restaurant, I'm like,
oh yeah, so yeah, oh yeah, and I didn't know he was doing that. But then when I broke a glass because I was waving my hands and I was blitz chased, it was like, yeah, it's time to go. I had a half a liter of wheat beer, and I don't think I drank half of it because I already had a liter of something else, and it was awful. And then yeah, because I was talking to, I think Loudy and Dan. I don't, but yeah, it was like I didn't even know Phil was talking. I wasn't even paying that much attention. Yeah. That's Phil.
Anyway,
that's a very drunk Phil.
Bit.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Let's get back to your topics.
Yep.
Yeah. So jumping ahead to episode 15, my only note is Eddie sucks. That's when we brought him back again.
Yeah.
Wait, when is the one where didn't LMP go off on him?
That might have been it, yeah. I'm pretty sure Kendo was there. I mean, my notes were still kind of spotty at this point. I hadn't really got it down yet, but yeah, that's where he went more into depth about his movies and his theme months and the 200 plus movies in his list of 5-star reviews. So, yeah, Eddie sucks.
Wait, who's worse? Was it Eddie or what was his name? Was it Christopher Littleton? No filter, whatever.
No,
was it Nick Tow?
Put it this way: I'm the only one that recorded anything with Christopher Littleton.
Yeah, I saw that. I listened to that when you sent it. I want to say when I was first starting out.
Right.
You send it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like right off the bat, it was like it didn't even get that far in. I was like, "Oh my god, I understand."
Right.
It didn't take long.
It didn't take long.
And
it was him calm.
Yeah. And I forgot all about him until someone put him in that messenger. Where was it? Which group was it? He had said something. I think that group that Appalachian Americans started. And I think he was talking shit or something. And then Eric was like, Loudy was saying something. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he was a person. He existed. And then I think about, what's his name? LMP when he's always trying to mimic him. Yeah, fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck these, I'm MGTOW motherfuckers. Some shit. I can't do
that. Right. Yeah, and it's not as much as yeah. Yes, Kalen the Alien. I will be in Chicago with the WCBS crew doing video and other assigned duties. I will be Jeff's bitch all week. That's what it sounds like. More Nick's probably since he's the cameraman.
You're always Jeff's bitch.
Nick was supposed to let me know if he actually had extra batteries. I'm gonna have to hit him up. this weekend because I got to get stuff ordered tomorrow, or I'm not going to get enough. So yeah, I've got to get some new cards, a couple of more memory cards, a couple batteries, and a second SSD for my last laptop. Our group chat leaves the Kitchen Cast group chat like a ghost town. What? Oh.
Oh yeah, because man, there's so much. I'll miss like 100 messages. Like I'll look away, and like 100 messages will be there. And I'm like, oh shit, I missed the whole conversation. I don't even say anything because I was like, I missed it. Everyone's done talking about it.
Yeah, I try to follow along. I just never get a chance to, shout out anybody's names when you guys are chatting too.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of breaks the flow. But anyway, I didn't write anything else until episode 19. Eric on his phone / Justin B 966, whatever was on the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, episode doesn't like ketchup. I didn't know that.
Yeah, episode 19 and 20, my biggest notes were about Eric on his fucking phone and all the fucking noise, all the fucking time, going to the mall and Chipotle,
complaining about his wife.
Yeah, fucking Eric invented roboting out and perfected it.
Yes, that is true.
And Chipotle.
That Kendo got him as a replacement, so there must be something there. I think Kendo's passed the roboting torch over to Eric.
Yeah, Eric invented it. He like, I'm listening, like, holy shit, this is so awful. He's trying to say something, and I guess you guys are picking up what he was saying because you're like, and I'm like, what the fuck is he saying?
Sometimes we just said that so he would keep going and finish.
Yep. There was no finishing. It was impossible. And this went on for like fucking at least weeks. Up until at least episode 28. He was still there, roboting out. Like, fucking hey, that guy.
Yeah, like, he has his own channel. He does like toy reviews and stuff.
Well, I hope he does it in a stable location instead of driving around all the place.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it so I can see what he's got.
Yeah.
Episode 20.
Mm-hmm.
Kendo doing Tommy Callahan.
Oh my gosh.
And then Christopher Walken.
Okay, I was like, who did Christopher Walken? Okay.
Yeah, episode 20, Walken in Memphis.
Yeah, no, a friend of his did. Christopher Walken, I thought.
Was it?
Yeah.
I could have sworn I couldn't remember it. I remember that's what I remember was the Christopher Walken one. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Walken
I'm pretty sure that was Kendo. Well, he's here. Kendo, was that you doing Christopher Walken or somebody else?
Dude, we're gonna wait. I didn't do one. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, man. Come on.
What?
Episode 21. LMP was there and Eric, and apparently that was another big Chipotle week.
Oh yes, I remember.
Episode
miss him going in Chipotle and then hitting the button wrong and then being on video.
Yeah, for getting all the feedback and the tones and everything else.
Yeah, because see, the thing is when I was recording, that was because we were recording it back then. As long as no one turned on their cameras while I was recording, it would record the audio. But as soon as you did that, it recorded video, and it had a huge download. And then it was a bit pain in the butt to edit and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
so I know. Woe is me.
Episode 22 was special. We closed out with 20 minutes of talk about prostate health.
What?
That was true. Yeah, we did Proctober, and we said getting probed by Java for prostate health, and we meant it because I turned 49 or something, 48. I don't even remember how. We've been doing this almost 2 years. Gee whiz.
Let's just hang on. Well, it's been a while, so I didn't notice. I couldn't remember who did it. I'm looking at Kendo messaging. Tone. That's funny, but Tone.
He's watching basketball game. Got I'm
gonna have to watch more episodes because it's been so long since I've actually listened to episodes. Now that I've been on here, I'm gonna have to go back to the beginning.
Pretty good. Like episode 23, Eric and Kendo dueling robots. The McRib steals the show.
Oh, the McRib show. Yes. And he was rubbing it in every 5 minutes. Yeah, you guys, you know what you guys don't have?
McRib.
McRib.
You know what? I fucking hate the McRib. It is the nastiest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, I don't like it too well. I can eat it like once every couple of years, and that's about it.
Yeah, I tried it. The one time I tried it, I was like, this is it's not even real meat. It's a slab of solidified meat drowned in barbecue sauce, and it's just disgusting.
Well, it's like what part of the chicken is the McNugget? Well, what part of cow is the McRib? So,
any ribs?
Like just 100% pink slime.
Ew, the pink slime.
Yeah, it's nasty.
It's worse than a sausage McMuffin.
Yeah, what do you mean? The sausage McMuffin is actually pretty good. That's what I get. Don't be talking about the sausage McMuffin.
No, when me and pre-wife hit the road, we're going to find a real White Castle.
As opposed to the fake ones?
Well, the only White Castles I can get in my part of the country is in the fucking frozen food section of the supermarket. And
that's right. They do that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to find a real White Castle. I'm going to go to town on that.
Well, I like blood, David Applegate. Okay? I'm from Texas. We love our blood. I'm drinking some right now.
Well, we got White Castles where I live. I haven't been to one.
I'm gonna have to try that someday. Because ain't none of those around here.
You got Crystal?
Do I have Crystal?
Do you have Crystal in Texas?
Not that I know of.
Oh, that's like a southern version of a White Castle, and it's better.
I'll have to look it up then.
At least the burgers hole. White Castle, they have holes in them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But those little
buns.
I want to try is that British food Kendall's going on about, like that cheese and onion sandwich or whatever it was. That sounded good.
Cheese and onion sandwich?
Yeah. It sounded gross, but then he described it, and I was like, you know what? That actually sounds pretty good. And then all those snacks they were talking about, they're going to try to grab it at some point. I want to try British food now. Maybe some of that. What was it? That blood pudding?
Oh, yeah. Oh, shoot.
Right. Episode 24. Kendo, Eric, and Loudy were on. They were discussing episode 100 of the main show. Right. And what a huge disappointment that was. I like for the big centennial episode, I was expecting like some kind of retrospective or some kind of special feature, but no, it was, aside from having a few extra people on, it was no different from any other episode. So that was kind of a letdown.
Okay, so it's called Black Pudding. There we go. Never mind. Sorry about that, Kendo. Sorry, I was reading his message.
Well, yeah.
I'm going to try that Black Pudding.
Go in Scotland and have haggis.
Haggis?
Stuffed cow, sheep's stomach. Sheep's stomach stuffed with meat and barley. And what do you do with it? Episode 25. Eric, LNP. Eric sounds like Rich Evans playing Mr. Plinkett. And he totally does.
Except that's Eric. That's not a put-on voice. This is a real one. Eric. How many times did he complain about his wife that episode?
What's that?
Who?
He didn't.
Well, he was talking about Eric again?
Yeah, he's always complaining about his wife.
Okay.
He might have mentioned her in passing, but it's just more of the same roboting out and driving somewhere.
Yeah.
He spent the majority of his time in the show driving somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's because he's in California, 3 hours behind, so it's like 5:30 out there. Mm-hmm. He has to drive home, and at the time the job he had, he was down toward Palm Springs, and he had to drive back toward LA. So now he has a different job, and he's like busy 10 hours a day or something. I don't know.
I like how they're talking about food over here in the chat. They're looking at the chat.
Yes, Bud Light is an abomination. What's worse is Miller Lite is like an abomination's
abortion,
illegitimate child.
Abortion.
Abortionation.
Well, there's access to a lot of aborted fetuses. But just go to the nearest Planned Parenthood.
Episode 26 is interesting because we get a little timestamp on the show. Apparently, at that time, we had 45 subs and 2 dislikes on that episode.
Damn.
So we've doubled since then. Whoa, woohoo.
Yeah.
At this rate, by the time my grandkids are on the show, we'll have 1,000.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, wait. So which one do you think is going to have kids first?
I have no idea.
That's the question. Because it ain't going to be what's her name. She's too busy playing on the Twitch. She's going to be one of them Twitch dots. She could be making serious money if she gets real serious and lowers that shirt a bit, if you know what I mean.
Kellogg's. Yeah, well. She's got a boyfriend now, so who knows?
He says he didn't dislike the video. See, it was not Kendo. I believe him.
I know it wasn't Kendo. I was only kidding. Gee, Christmas.
I know. Oh my God, I can't play around with you. You get all serious.
You're gonna start whining like the guy at work.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna start whining like the guy at work.
Like claimed I wasn't paying attention during meetings. I was only kidding. And we need better participation. It's like, shut up.
Shut your bitch ass up.
You guys ran this right. We wouldn't have to have all these stupid meetings. I can actually get work done. You know what happened today? I got some work done because everybody went home and worked remotely. And from 4 to 6, I got more done from 4 to 6 than I had the entire week with no one bothering me. Zach is upstairs playing, and unless he's Kalen the alien. So I've asked him multiple times if he's wanted to be on the show.
My dad's show is for squares.
He is thinking about getting. He has a podcast that he's sort of done with a couple of friends of his. They're thinking of doing it again, and he's like, I don't know, how to video, and I'm like, just do it like we do through Google Hangouts until Google gets rid of it, because that's what they're doing.
Aren't they replacing it with something?
I don't know.
No, they're just
getting rid of it.
Yeah, they're scrapping it.
So we're just gonna end up going back to Skype then.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Maybe. Or we could use Facebook video chat.
He's clearly too big for the show. Yeah, probably. Facebook?
There's a Facebook video chat.
Oh.
Yeah, we can do like that one dude did, in New Zealand.
There's options out there. We'll find something.
Yep. We'll figure it out. Just like the guys are going to figure out too when the main show.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out. And we'll figure it out too. Oh my God, though. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. We're not in a hurry.
We're not in a hurry.
We still got like 20 minutes left of the show, roughly.
Yeah.
All right.
Episode 27. It was just Leip and LMP that week. And LMP, being him, goes on his rambling. And he...
Mind you.
Yeah.
Mind you.
That's what he says.
Yeah, he hinted he might have some kind of brain damage, or he was just joking because he drinks so much during the shows.
Who knows?
He said something about his brain got burnt somehow for drinking something, so he's probably just goofing around being drunk and stupid. That also was like just before Christmas, so that was the first retrospective of the show, looking back over the previous year. See, I don't think you mentioned the subscriber count in that episode, or else I would have wrote it down. Episode 28, Eric Ward, LMP, and Lois Lane came up, and Leip erroneously referred to her as a strong character, and she is totally not. She is a dumbass in distress. I'm borrowing Nostalgia Critics phrasing, but it's completely true.
Well, I don't remember talking about her at all.
Exists. Yeah, I think you mentioned her because you being you were going off about Gal Gadot again. You were talking about some of these old classic female characters in comics, and you brought Lois Lane up, and you referred to her as a strong female character. I'm like, no, that's completely wrong. She only exists to be rescued by Superman.
Yeah, okay.
She really has no other function in life.
Barn burning Camus Radio. Thanks, Kendo. Appreciate it. Yeah, don't talk about New Zealand. The police going to get you. Yeah.
Too late, man. They coming for me right now.
Yeah,
I'll fight them off.
That's what's going to be the next thing will make the news because now they're confiscating guns and one person's already been shot. There'll be a cop that'll get shot next.
Mm-hmm.
Following illegal orders. We had trials about this back in the 40s, and that wasn't a defense.
Oh hell, there he goes.
Come on. Keep going.
All right.
I'm going to start. I've not been drinking, so my sober brain is going to start wandering into.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Really bad territory.
So you can get your alcohol quicker.
No, I'm going to go to bed. Forget that.
Episode 29. LNP, Justin, Beck, Kendo, talking more about episode 100 and beer.
Well, there's a surprise.
Yeah, you went on quite a bit about that.
Oh, that's a bigger surprise. I never talk about beer, ever.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Never ad nauseum. We've lost the watcher.
Episode 30, as far as I've gone so far. LNP, Justin Beck, another snapshot, 58 subscribers. And this is what I was mentioning earlier, is apparently Rotten Tomatoes was doing vote blocking to boost up Black Panther's reviews.
I remember that.
Yeah, so apparently this is what's going on now is not new. It's just Disney stepped it up a notch.
Yep, they figured, fuck it, we did it once, we'll just do it, step it up, our game.
It worked before.
No one's going to say nothing.
Yeah, we'll just do it again, fuck them.
And now look what happened.
There's our retrospective up until episode 30, and in a couple more weeks I'll pick up from there and we'll continue on and see if anything else important happened while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing. I first showed up in episode 4. The first 3 episodes, nothing important to mention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I still think there's an episode 0 out there somewhere that I still can't find, but I may just be remembering wrong.
Next, we should release that video images of LMP so everyone can see what it looks like.
Yeah, he keeps bailing on the show.
I'll have to literally find those in the archive. I got them back somewhere. I got every episode. Yeah.
Does he have a mustache?
I don't remember. It's almost 2 years ago, man.
I swear to God, every time I think of him, it's either Hans Moleman or he's probably got a mustache. You know what? He looks like that. Forgot what that movie was with the parents and Ben Stiller. There's one of them. I think it was the second one. They thought he had an illegitimate kid, and I said, "Man, that's probably what." Yeah, I'm thinking. I said, "That's probably what LMP looks like with a little mustache. He's probably a little guy. If he's Mexican, he's short. Because we short. Us Mexicans are short as hell."
Oh, now you're Mexican.
What do you mean now? I've always been Mexican. I told LMP about that. My mom is from Mexico, so I can say I'm Mexican.
You said that, but you don't speak the rice and beans.
Hell no, I don't speak the rice and beans. Shit, I hate trying to speak Spanish.
If you're black, you've got a bass guitar in the attic. If you are Beanish, you speak Beanish.
No, that is not true. I do not speak Spanish.
You know it to be true.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
I can just hear it now. You're lying in bed fast asleep. You're muttering, "Chalupas."
Well, I do know how to pronounce chorizo. Everyone says chorizo. It's pronounced chorizo. So there you go.
Chorizo.
It's chorizo, not chorizo. Bunch of freaks.
Spanish.
Because I'm just, the only reason I say this because I was laughing that Jeff called Dion, what do you call him, Chorizo Green or something like that on the last episode, the latest episode. That was funny.
Yeah, they all food names.
Yep. Oh shit, that was a good one.
Well, it's better than the sausage.
Yeah.
I actually haven't listened to that episode yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't. Like I was gonna, but then I just heard about it, I'm like, I don't know, maybe. And then I just just didn't listen to it. I luckily I was able to listen to this past week's episode because I got to work early.
Yeah,
and I was able to listen to the whole thing straight through and not have to listen to parts. But I'll listen to the sausage episode eventually when I need something to listen to at work.
Well, the chat is where it really got funny. It was like, they kind of stopped, and then the chat was just going on and on and on. And you kept bringing
Yeah, it's always the chat.
Yeah.
They're the instigators.
15 minutes of actual discussion, then it was all just sausage jokes.
Yeah. We know you were all saucy about
it. Right? Yeah. He's like, this was a terrible episode, or how do you say it?
Pretty much. Yeah, I was kind of negative at that time.
It's all right. We don't hate you.
I have my down days like everybody else.
I bet you do if you're a cashier.
No, that episode just caught me at the wrong time.
Mm-hmm. Probably. That's all it was. You just having a bad day, and you were. What the hell was the word? It was a vent. You were venting.
Yes, I was venting.
Yep. Talking about. Go ahead.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, do we have anything else to talk about?
I'll just talk about real quick. I almost forgot to mention. I saw that that trailer for Toy Story 4. It's basically part 2 and 1 put together almost. It's the same fucking story. They didn't come with anything new. But there's a what's it called, a channel I follow called Crimson Sin. I'll tell you what's funny is they do trailer reviews and stuff like that, and I like their thumbnail where he asks Little Bo. They show he's asking Little Bo Peep. He's like, "You're the villain, aren't you?" She's like, "Probably." Because they gotta have twist villains every day now. Fucking Disney. So I want to bet that she's gonna be the villain of this movie.
Well, she's got legs now because she has to be empowered somehow.
And she looks like she's got a staff just like Ray. Oh shit!
Yeah. I don't know.
Whoa! What?
What? I didn't say nothing. You mean what was Frank gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, was it? I'm done with it. I just wanted to mention that. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. So, to recap, Star Wars poster probably not real. If it is, it's fucking awful, which is par for the course.
Yeah, and see, that's the part of me that thinks it is real because of how bad the movies are.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like I could believe it's fan fiction. I could believe it's real. It's like, or like a lot of other things, it's we'll say prototype and put that in air quotes. They leaked it out to see how people reacted, and then they'll change some things if people don't react positively enough.
Shit.
Hold
on. Explain to Appalachian American what I meant by video, because he was asking.
Okay. So until I figured out that I could record and export out of Skype just the audio, I was actually recording in video and audio. And then in Final Cut, I was removing the video part out and replacing that with the background that you'll see in those. So I actually do have exported video files. It's never been on YouTube. It's just somewhere I go look at my archive. I do have actual video. It's not great, but because LMP doesn't have really great connections and not a good camera, but that was the first couple of episodes, and I figured out how to just export. So I would record. We would have all cameras off, and then when we record, and then I would export only. I would record only the audio, and then I'd have to do all that extra work. So that's what I mean.
If you can find that image, we can bring back the old milk carton.
What?
The milk carton for
there was a milk carton.
Not your father's.
Not your father's clitoris challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Was milk on there. Have you seen this Mexican?
Was it you that did the milk carton, or was that Kendo?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
That was before everything on the show.
Okay, I think it was Kendo that did that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kendo.
Yeah. That was funny. and I think
Oh my God.
that's like up until we started putting hot Asians on the thumbnails. I think that was one of the higher viewed more popular episodes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Ellen P was wrong about them Asians.
Episode 46 is by far the most popular. So, well, no, it's only 90 views, so I stand corrected. That wasn't correct. But there's a bunch, more than half of them are below that, so that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Oh. Manos, The Hands of Fate is episode 54. So if anybody went, Kaylin, someone was asking about that. Episode 54 was our watch party for Manos.
That was our first watch party, right?
Mm-hmm. It sounded awful. I still can't believe that. I have no idea what the hell was going on that time. I should have just refreshed my damn browser. That probably would have fixed it.
Mm.
Oh well, it's too late.
The holiday special as well.
Yep. Oh my God, that thing.
Not as bad.
Because that was the first time I'd ever seen that myself too.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't seen it since it was on television back in the 70s.
Yeah, but you didn't watch the whole thing back then, so.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and I made sure there were rip tracks.
Yeah. And then
you bastards to suffer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, we suffered. I suffered all right.
And then a young lady that Kendo likes to constantly bring up to me, episode 17 is our third most watched episode with Danielle Page in the thumbnail. Now that is Kendo and I don't know, 5, 6, 12 sheets to the wind, talking to Nick and what's his name? Richard Tanner, Dick Tanner, as he keeps saying.
Freaking Appalachian. Wait, who was it? Yeah, Appalachian American says you look like Elizabeth Warren.
I do?
Yeah.
In what?
Like, I don't know. That's what he said. But I can see it. Probably like certain videos, like that's your sister, your long lost sister. So you got some Native American in you, late?
No.
Yeah, no, because you spunk your jeans to the side of her.
Oh, God.
I've actually met her in person more than once.
Ew.
What? Did you tell her, like, hey, are you really Indian?
No, not Elizabeth Warren. I'm talking about Danielle Page.
But we were talking about Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, you were. No one else was.
Okay, anyway.
Well, I do not look like
Danielle
Elizabeth
Page?
Warren.
Oh.
Yeah. Or whatever name she goes by now. She moved to California. No, I've never
Fuck
been.
that bitch.
Yeah.
Now we got to be calling him Elizabeth Warren from now on because that makes him mad.
It doesn't make me mad.
He's just like,
I don't get the connection. I look
somebody get some photos, put them next to each other, and we'll see it.
Well, and were you talking about my photo now, or the photo I shared on Facebook? That
I want to say your recent
meme?
one. You knew that was going to happen no matter what.
Yeah, I should have known it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Want to act like
he says.
The what?
Appalachian says the pic late posted at Horror Hound.
At Horror Hound. Oh. I was
I can see. Yeah, that's when she did her. Yeah, he looks just like that time when she asked for a beer. You seen that video? She's like, "Give me a beer, my homies."
That is a friend of. I don't know if Jeff's ever met her. She lives in England. That is not a put-on voice. And I forget how Jeff knows her, and he just asked her to do the intro.
Like a Facebook friend. She's a singer and something else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least he got to meet China before she went out.
Yep.
I have that video on like one of my saved lists on YouTube, and I need to share that again at one point. I'll share it like every time it's his. I guess when that date comes around when it was uploaded, say like this is that time Jeff met China, and he liked his art. And what?
He gave her a piece of cursed art.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't joke. That's awful.
But you will. But you're gonna.
I'm going to completely.
Yep.
She's of the Brit. Yes, she's British. I don't know. I forget what her name is though.
We all saw the porno she did when she was painted up like She-Hulk.
Yeah, I did too. Now,
oh, you guys are still talking about China.
I heard them talking about it on the show. I was like, I got to check this out when they mentioned it on the main show.
And then the one she did with friggin' X-Pac, One Night in China. Oh man!
So what game?
Pornos.
Place.
The what?
What game are you playing?
The internet is a horrible place.
I'm playing Call of Duty.
Okay. Oh. I can.
How'd you know? You can hear the controls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna mute my controls. Can you hear them now? Can you hear the controls now?
You stopped, right?
No, I'm still moving, just moving really slow.
Oh.
And there's no one to shoot. I killed everybody.
Oh.
I bet if I do it real carefully, I can do it without you noticing I'm still playing. I'm moving like really kind of slow. So now you can't hear me.
Yeah, I thought Jeff mentioned her on the Patreon stuff, but I'm not.
A couple of times. It's just been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the Patreon, A View to a Kill commentaries on there.
Yep. Saw that. Got the email. Is it today or yesterday?
The what now?
So see, that's the thing we don't do. We don't shill for the main show anymore. That was Kendo's thing.
I talk about the show, man. I'm the one who brings up more than y'all.
But we don't
say, oh yeah, Jeff did this, or Kendo did, or Dion.
You don't say, give him your damn money every 5 minutes.
We should. Okay, everyone who's listening, give WCBS your fucking money.
People throw their money at the show now. They don't need us to show for them anymore.
Yeah, I know.
They're too big to fail now.
Between the Patreon and Super Chats, they're pulling out a couple of grand a week easy, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's my dollar right there. Because I used to be the higher one, but then I was looking at, okay, money situation happened, and so I was like, I'm just going to have to stick to one for a while.
That and not selling T-shirts anymore, so we can't plug that. So,
buy a fucking T-shirt. Go to SC or whatever he has it on.
It was Incarnate Studios.
It was Incarnate. Yeah, but now it's Etsy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's what I bought because I finally was able to buy one because I was going to go on the Incarnate Studios. I was all right, I got money. I'm going to buy a shirt. I go on there. It was gone. I was like, what the hell? And then I think I saw that he was selling it on Etsy. And I got the Yippee-Ki-Yay Mr. Falcon shirt.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where I got that would be where I got the
Which
Don
one?
Glover.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Don Glover.
So I've only got 2 shirts, the official Patreon one. And I wore the Patreon shirt at the gun range. I know people were looking at it because I would sometimes turn and I could see people staring towards me. And I'm like, I know it's not the AK because I'm sure they've seen the AK at some point. So I know they're staring at the shirt.
No, I still get compliments on my shirt every once in a while. People come over, what's that all about? And I tell them about the show. Like, yeah, go check it out. It's a great show.
Yep.
Yeah, I hope they start selling shirts again. I want to get more than just the one.
Yeah, because I wanted to get more.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the old school WCBS, the Vice City one, but I missed out on that one.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the money. And then I wanted, what was that other one? I wanted to get that Slayer one because I was going to give it to my friend because I know he likes Slayer a lot. And he would have liked the Christmas one. I didn't get that one. I just really didn't have money that time. Like, I almost missed back in Stealing Solo because I just didn't have money. But now I finally do. I was glad I didn't miss that, though. Because I didn't get the other, because, Diversity in Comics and EVS, they were doing their comics. I wanted to buy those. Oh, yeah, because I finally backed Cyberfrog, finally. Yeah, and he was doing, because he
that up. It's like, will you finish the damn comic?
Yeah, I do. I'm like, I was hoping he'd finish it. Like, he said it's supposed to come out in July. That's when it's going to finally start getting released or whatever. So people can see it, because I wanted to look at it. And then I'm going to see if I can find the old one that he used to do back in the 90s. I'm sure there's a comic book app I can find. I just don't know which one.
Yeah. Anyway. We got anything else?
Not really.
Yeah, why did you want us to pick a movie and a TV show? I missed.
Yes, just a recommendation.
Yeah, we were going to start just for fun, throwing out movie or show recommendations each week.
Oh, okay. Somehow I missed that part of the conversation.
Well, that was a while ago, and you're probably off your meds again.
Yeah, that too.
Anyway, my
meds are
recommendation.
wearing off. All right, go ahead.
My recommendation is a wonderful film called Dutch, starring Ed O'Neill. It is basically Al Bundy the movie, where he has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He
I
has
love that movie. Yeah.
spoiled son across the country to be home by Thanksgiving, and it's a great.
That was
great
Christmas.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
It's Thanksgiving.
Okay. Yeah, I was like that part when he goes to that freaking gas station and it's got all the fireworks and shit. It's just, and I'm like, damn, I wanted to go there. And I think he got those duty cards.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was a wonderful film. It was a freaking sleeper hit right there.
Mm-hmm. I'd say it is, yeah, because I remember enjoying it. Because I want to say it was on TV when I first saw it, but then it finally came. I saw it was on. I think it was Netflix when I finally got to really look at it, or Hulu, whichever one. One of those videos.
Something.
Yeah, something or other.
Something case.
Okay.
Oh, that picture. Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I look like Elizabeth Warren. All right. I guess I gotta get
mad. He's getting pissed. You can hear.
I thought it was funny that Nick and Kendo had the same shirt on.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're done with your movie recommendation?
Yes. You may
take it. I'll go next. I was trying to think of what to say. So the only one I could think of right now is that I saw recently is that I found this TV show is pretty cool. It's called Tour of Duty. And it's a Vietnam War TV show that was out in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And I started watching. It's pretty good, the first episode. And it's got Batman on there. Kevin Conroy. He's like the captain. And it's funny, is like you're listening to him, you really can't hear the Batman voice until there was a part where he was talking on the radio. I was like, okay, there's the Batman voice. Yeah. That's when you can actually hear it.
What's his name who went on to be coach? He's on that.
Oh, Craig T. Nelson?
I think.
He was on there? I didn't get that far in.
Call of Duty.
Okay. Tour of Duty.
Tour of Duty. No, okay. That's not the show I was thinking of. I'm thinking of Call to Glory. Sorry.
Okay. But I'm trying to remember who else is on there. Because I know there was one guy from Starship Troopers, the one who gets his head blown off. He's on there. It's hilarious. Because he's like a vegan. And they're just like talking shit, like making fun of him. Like they cook a pig like right in front of him just to fuck with him while he's eating his protein or some shit. It's hilarious.
There we go.
Yeah, I could see us doing that.
Yep. And then I'll tell you what the best part though was of that first episode was they went to get some like replacement guys for the base, and they got this Mexican guy, and I'm thinking of LMP the whole time, and he's all acting tough and shit. And then like when they get to the bunker because they're starting to get artillery on him, he starts crying. I'm like, oh my god, he's seriously gonna start crying over the shelling? But he was scared of the rat. That's what it was. And then all the guys start shooting it. It's hilarious how he freaks out over a rat. Anyway, that's my recommendation. At least check out that first episode, first season. Because I bought it for like $8 at a Fry's I was at. I said I'll try it out, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
What about you, Late? You got a recommendation?
Well, I came across this show. It's kind of old, but it's about these 7 people, and I forget the name of it, but they go out on a boat ride, and somehow they end up wrecking, and they're on this island, and they're like stuck there for decades.
You talking about Jurassic Park 2?
Angels, right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I got nothing.
Really?
Well, I mean, stuff that I've watched recently. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is in 2 seasons. Very good. It is a binge watch on Amazon. I also watched the Grand Tour when it's available, and that's about it. And I'm waiting for season 2 of Tick.
Oh, well, yeah, I forgot that was a thing. I still haven't watched that first season.
Oh, you got to watch the first.
I know. I mean, because I heard good things about it, so I'm gonna.
So there we go. There's my recommendation.
Okay.
Go find Amazon. Oh yeah, I mean, just the silly things they do, and then the way they do the product placement is just hilarious.
I'll try to do it this weekend. Alexa. At least watch the first episode.
Yeah. And the government inefficiencies and all that
is still on the air somehow.
What?
Kaylin asks if it's The Simpsons still on the air.
Somehow, they keep just dragging that damn thing.
Yeah,
they've been dragging that dead horse for years.
Mm-hmm. It's like, man, even I'm like, just end it. Like, just put it out of its misery.
Didn't the guy do his home? I thought one of their voice actors died too.
The one who did Mrs. Krabappel.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if another one died recently. That's the one I remember.
Not recently, but I don't know. Simpsons is just so.
It's a zombie at this point.
Yeah,
that's what I found out. People are calling it. They're calling it Zombie Simpsons now.
Yeah,
and it's like that's just the perfect word for it, Zombie Simpsons.
Yep, it just keeps going.
Yep,
just keeps.
And then you just shoot it in the head.
All right. Well, I will recommend a movie in a couple weeks.
Yep.
It's about a chess match, I think. Pawn takes rook 4 or something like that.
Bobby Fischer?
You talking about From Russia with Love?
Endgame, you goofballs. Now, Shazam, does that come out for reals this week?
Yeah.
It had a sneak preview
I don't know.
last week.
I just know my brother's going to see it next week.
Yeah.
I was going to go with him, but I'm like, no, I'd rather do the show because I know LMP's out, so we at least got to have at least 3 people on here.
Yeah.
Hopefully LMP gets his shit
April
together.
5th. It opens April 5th, and then
okay.
Is
2
weeks after that.
So yeah, next week.
Coolio.
Yeah, we're trying to get Oggs on, but he's pretty busy lately.
Yeah, didn't he he's in a play or a musical or something?
Yeah, theater.
He's got theater. He's got job. He's got girlfriend. He's got another podcast about theater. So he's all over the place. We might get him once in a while, but he's not a sure bet.
April 15th. Yeah. I got to finish my taxes this week too. Yeah. So like Kendo, he's moved on to bigger and better things is what you're saying.
Wait, hold on. Kendo, are you still in there?
We're just a talent finding pool, and the real talent rises and floats away like helium.
Yeah. Leaves us to rot.
Yep.
Hold on. I got one more recommendation real quick. Because I was thinking about, I saw Kendo, I know how he's big on British TV shows. There is one I watch called, has anyone seen Dad's Army?
I don't know.
It's on Netflix right now. It's pretty funny. It's a show about a bunch of guys who are in the Home Guard. Because, they thought the Nazis were going to invade England. So
I think I have seen this.
Yeah, they're basically a militia force. And it's a comedy. It's hilarious. I laughed my ass off watching that show.
Old guys. Started 68 to 77. Well, they get Are You Being Served? It's another good British show.
I was like the intro for it where it shows the British are in France and it shows them getting kicked out of France because they're getting pushed across the channel. And what makes it funny is like when it first aired, the very first time they show, you hear the laugh track. And I was watching on YouTube and people are like, why are they laughing? This is a serious moment. I'm like, it's a fucking comedy. Of course they're laughing. You people are such pussies.
We can't have fun anymore.
Yeah. Apparently.
I'm going to have to... Tour of Duty was 1987, but this does not look familiar at all.
What, you looking at the intro?
No, I'm looking at IMDb. I'm going to have to check it out. Some of the people in it I recognize, and I'm wondering, maybe I did watch it, but...
Yeah, because it's funny. It
looks like a TV ad. I don't understand what the hell that is, but...
The DVD though I have for it, the DVD version, like the intro is just some, I guess, background music. But when I looked it up on YouTube, it actually has painted black and actually goes pretty good with it. But it was like, oh, that sucks that they didn't get the original one.
Yeah, sometimes licensing and stuff like that.
Fuckers.
The first like WKRP is one that they can't get syndicated because of the way that they got the licensing deals. For the music and stuff, because like the first one they did sound-alikes the first season because they couldn't afford it, and then afterwards bands and stuff would actually want them to play because they would almost like what they could introduce their new albums and things. But those contracts have long expired now. The record company, because they apparently tried to put them on DVD a while ago and they just failed because of that, because they wanted, those record companies want their pound of blood.
Yep. So, yeah, man, they want to get paid.
They've been paid.
Even though that's what I'm saying. They still want to get paid. Why not? get paid for doing nothing.
So, well,
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to add this to my Netflix queue and check it out.
You better.
Is it on Amazon or is it just
what?
Tour of Duty?
No, I bought it on DVD.
I know you bought it on DVD.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's how I saw it. Like I knew that I had heard of it because I was at Fry's Electronics a few weeks ago, and so fucking disappointed because they used to have this massive like selection of DVDs, and it was just down to like two. It was really just one aisle. And I saw it by chance. I said, I'll buy it. It's like $8. Best $8 I ever spent, I'd say. So you just got to find it. Or you can find it on YouTube. I want to say it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Check it out on YouTube.
All right, everybody. Is that it? Are we done?
Yeah.
That's it. Do we have a Hall of Fame for this week?
Oh, yeah. No, I don't.
Well, you were ready for everything tonight.
Apparently. Well, I thought you didn't want to do it anymore, so
Well, I thought we'd phase it out, not make all the changes at once.
Yeah, we have to have it.
Anyway.
All right, we'll do Demi-Leigh Nel. Demi-Leigh Nel. She is
Demi-Leigh
Nel-Peters.
She's what?
What?
Got two hyphenated names.
Yes,
okay.
Oh my gosh, her birthday is the same day as mine.
Well, hallelujah.
So she's ancient.
Not the
same. Yep. I guess we're gonna have to make some of those old jokes, Lapis old jokes, with her involved.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Kaylin.
Demi-Leigh Nel-Peters. She's from South Africa, model, and unless I change my mind, in which case
she's black.
No. All right. So we're done. Episode 75.
Yes.
No more chats. No more comments.
Mm-hmm.
What is blood pudding? Oh yeah. Well, look it up.
It's black pudding. I said it wrong. It's not blood pudding.
Well, Kaylin Webb or Kaylin Neely. All right. This has been episode 75. I'm going to get out of here before I don't remember where I parked the car. I have been your host, Brain Muffin, the Lifting Nerd, and with me has been Tab and Die.
Hello. Oh, I mean goodbye.
And Reality Frank closes out.
Next summer, Rob Schneider is a reality show deep-sea fisherman until his grandfather dies and leaves him his ice cream parlor. Walt Disney Pictures presents Seafood Sunday, rated R.
Oh, yes. And for those who missed it, let's lobby for the NC-17 version of Deadpool. Good night.